Okay, so here we go. There's a pipe, I imagine, because look, I don't know if it's a pipe that goes straight like this, okay? That's what I think pipes run like. But I'm not the one that you really want to take that as, like, right. Ask somebody who does plumbing, the stuff. Maybe it runs that way. Maybe, who knows what way it's going, but pipes usually run for a few yards, a few feet. Anyways, the cat is right under my bed here. It's so strong, I'll tell you where. I wish the flash worked. Do I have here, I got a flashlight. Okay, now we're looking here. The pipe runs, I'm gonna put the light on it right there, okay? Here. Is that better? Here, you can see the room is right there. I think it runs like that, this way. You had to excavate to tell me that, okay? I know that. But that's where the smell is coming from, right here. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light off and we're gonna, okay, let's just look at this. So, the cat poop is coming from that pipe I just put the flashlight on under the floor. To the best of my understanding, there's a pipe down there, and that same rancid cat poop that lasts for hours in the house, that makes you gag, all the stuff I've described, level 5, is in the pipes too. I'll be right there on my bed, right? You can imagine, dude, my head's down there. It's so strong coming from the floor of a pipe, I imagine. I guess it's a pipe. You need to check this out. How the heck am I gonna do that? All I know is that cat poop smell is coming from the floor too, in my room, right there. And then right here, I already put this into clear as day. My bed wasn't made because they kept entering my room and freaking the shit out of me. I make my bed every day, but I know I'm delusional and I imagine everything, and that's why I make my bed every fucking day. There's a carbon monoxide pipe. I'm pretty sure it runs like that, because when they were pumping the carbon monoxide, which you can smell, man, I could smell it when I had my head on my bed. I'm like, whoa, I sat up. I'm like, there's carbon coming flooding in my house, my little house here. And I went to here and it was all just leaking out of the floor. And I did a smell test. It was going this way. So that's why I conclude the pipe is there. But you need to prove that. I know. I'm not going to rip up the floors to do any of that. But right here, carbon. And then I told you, I heard them. I was on my bed. I mean, how can you hear them any better than that? I'm taking a nap on my bed. It was by God's will I was taking a nap on my bed. And I heard them construction working on pipes. There's nothing, no mistake there, folks. When you hear clinks, metals, screwdrivers, I'm not doing this anymore. Right there. And they were also right here, where I said I smell the cat poop. There was a construction job a few hours or an hour. It was around 4 p.m. before the same day. Carbon started coming reeking up through my room. These are the places that they're fucking lighting my room up. And there's this area. But this is the biggest area where the activity is constant. And at first they were trying to be secret and silent. But after a while they were just, boom, boom, they adjust something. It sounds like this. Here, it's more muffled though, like, you know, a floor. It's not so hard sounding like this, but it's that sound coming from this area all the time. Sometimes right here, I've made it very clear. And then within minutes, I'm sitting here sober as a kite, and I'm undoubtedly under the influence of something. And I would not get behind the wheel of a vehicle, any sort of moving vehicle, and drive it. No, because that's how under the influence I fucking am. Once I hear that activity, and these fucking sons of bitches have made a lifestyle of that. And that comes with irritable Pepto-Bismol symptoms, all that stuff. You know what? And that's what the man came here and busted through my door today, on the premise of, I'm imagining that. I'm imagining that I'm hearing them fuck around on the floor. I'm imagining that I would refuse to drive a motor vehicle because I feel like I had a couple martinis out of fucking nowhere. I'm imagining all that. That I'm sober one minute and the next minute I would not drive a car because I'm responsible. And then it lasts usually about 20 minutes. And then I'm fucking sober as a kite like I've been the last 15 years. All over again. I'm not fucking high on martinis. But I'm imagining that. So I fixed this door. The TV is now, to my best knowledge, off. Not louder. We'll see what happens. We've got the TVs everywhere here. Let's go back to the chemicals since we're, just talking about it now because they're just going to kick in my door. There's more pipes is what I think, right? But this needs to be excavated that go this way. Because when I'm here in my little kitchen, right? My garbage, I'm over here standing right where I am. This is my level, right? I'm smelling the most unknown chemical. It's not paint. It's not rubber glue. It is absolutely nothing I, as a civilian woman, I'm your average chick, has ever smelled in my cotton picking life. And it runs from here to here, right here. Okay? I had nothing but prayer to do with that. And my prayer was, do not put that in any writing or on any videos. And that was for multiple months. It had to be at least a good 3 months. So whatever I smelled, I'm trusting Jesus. This shit I wasn't supposed to be talking about. This is for the agents at that point. Agents, folks, not little Heidi Chef. I had aspirations to get a JD, but the facts are the facts. Even if I had a JD with these kind of chemicals, I think it's probably the good guidance that Jesus tells me to just not do that because that shit's fucking serious. And the chemical from right here, there was 3 times that chemical was, to me, when I was thinking stored in pipes, it was certainly something coming from the floor. And it come up to about here. You could smell it. And I was testing, like, where is it coming from? Without a doubt, it was coming from here. Without a doubt. So that happened. Well, what else? I mean, why not? Since they're just kicking doors in. Okay, and in this same area, and then I'm kind of recapping what I already told the cops. Without a doubt, I've also smelled human remains, that good old dead body smell, and it's coming from my floor. I couldn't believe it, right? Yeah, but that's why I was like, okay, make sure. And so I would go out there. No, I didn't smell any of that good old dead body that is so familiar here. It was there. And so I'm in here, and that's how I can tell, right? My garbage is out. There was 2 times that they did this quite a few times. That dead body in that same area. Okay, I'm thinking this in the pipes. I don't know. But my garbage would be out. There's just no way. No, and so that's the civilian talking in me. Because no cop would say, Heidi, no, they would know. No cop, seasoned, experienced vet or fed would doubt any other than there's a body stuffed under the floorboard or something like that, okay? But me, I'm in here going, what's that smell and where is it coming from? Okay, so there's that. So this area is real hot here. And no, this stuff is not intended to ever be found or searched. They intend to keep coming in here and kicking my room in until they do something, I would assume, god awful to me in this room, or they take me to the DCPD asylum and do it somewhere back in the back of that hospital. I am strongly presuming they will take my life in order to get me to stop talking about this at all. While I've been in here, that TV has now gone up in volume. So since this is the case, since the cops are just coming in here now, I'm just going to film my heart away, okay? Because I have the respect for myself to do that, okay? This is unbelievable they never came in here. Back there by the fire escape, the dead rot meat smell. And I filmed that and put it on the internet. Did a really good job. When I reported that was when the hookers were here. Before they started getting picked off in the house. And they would start rushing and racing around. And what I could conclude was moving that smell of human remains. It was definitely a dead something. Okay. Also, what else? Oh, there's so much that's happened here. It's just mind-boggling. I know, it's mind-boggling, and they're just not going to stop these terrorists. They're just going to bust in. Yeah. Oh, wow. I know. The mold. The mold. I have not smelled that kind of mold ever in my life. I wrote it left and right, backwards and forth. I described that mold in verbal and in written statements so well. The best I could under duress in a hostage situation. I clearly am in one. I feel confident that that mold smell is very clear how intense it was. I was in here cooking my little pizza back before I stopped cooking, because you can't do that here. That's insane to cook anything here, dude. I do not use that anymore. And I told you how they were sneaking around and moving something through the stairwell. And it left a trail of mold stench. This is 2 or 3 times this action happened. I documented every time. That lingered like this cat poop, but longer. It stayed for 4 hours, just stuck in the air. I don't even know what that fucking was. So we can do this, a memorabilia. And don't forget, we're going to get lots of video of the white female and the male until these lovely cops come back. Because I'm talking about the white female and the male. Is that why? Because I'm talking about being sober as a kite? Hearing people fuck with my floorboards and then I'm fucking lit up? What's the reason next time? I would like to know. Don't worry, we will find out. When they bust through my door the 3rd time, it'll be on Facebook Live. We'll all know why they're back. Okay? And if there's other things that come up, which there will, I've been in this criminal activity for multiple years, at least 2.5. We're going on 2.5 years. But the homicide started like 2 years ago. So, let me just refresh everyone's memory when things come to my mind. Bye.